before you consider this path called marriage, understand this. Marriage for a man and a woman becomes an immediate change in comfort. Are you comfortable where you are in your current life? Are you ready to change that level of comfort? If you're not ready to change that level of comfort, I would caution you getting into a marriage or a very serious committed relationship, because there's going to be some change in how comfortable you currently are in your current state. What's going on, good people? Happy Friday. Happy April the 1st to you. Hopefully no one got you today with the April Fool's joke. At what point are we too old for those? I don't know. Anyway, welcome to the Faith Unbuttoned podcast. I'm your host, Pastor K. My wife and I, Miss Chiffon Wiley, want to thank you for your continued participation in the Faith Unbuttoned podcast. Keep in mind, we are an extension of Never Alone Christian Center. You can visit us at www.neveralonecc.org to find out all things happening at Never Alone Christian Center, or as we like to call it, NAC, or the NAC Experience. So anyway, happy Friday. I hope that you guys have had a marvelous week. Everything has been pretty cool my way. Nothing unusual, just a busy week of work. And children were on spring break, so my wife and I took advantage of working some overtime, and also we took a little bit of extra time just to chill. And today I decided I wanted to tackle a moment or two and work on staining the deck before it got too cool or too windy out there. But enough about me. How was you guys' week? Drop a note in the comments there. Let me know everything was cool. If you had a good week, just give me a thumbs up there on the comments here on our YouTube channel at Never Alone Christian Center. If you're watching this on our Instagram channel, just drop a thumbs up in the comments. Just let me know that you're tapping in and you're checking out what we're doing here on the Faith Unbuttoned podcast. Well, it's a busy week in basketball. You guys know I'm an avid football fan, but considering that Duke and Carolina are both in the Final Four, being a Carolina boy, I understand all about Tobacco Road. I understand about the history that's going to take place this weekend. These two teams playing in the Final Four. I believe it's the first time, potentially the last game for Coach K with Duke. He's been a coach at Duke since I've been born. So he's all that I know when it comes to Duke basketball. I don't have a favorite. I'm just excited to see Carolina representing in some fashion in the Final Four here as they wrap up March Madness. But that's not what we're here to talk about. Last week we started a new podcast, or a new topic rather, entitled "Don't Get Married If ... Don't get married if." Typically, this particular type of topic is for people who are single, people who may be widowed, people who may be thinking about getting married. But if you're married, I believe the information is still applicable to your marriage, and I think you can apply it to your marriage where you are and potentially take your marriage to another level or develop some areas that may be weak, and that's cool. Okay, we're always in a state of trying to develop our marriage, develop our relationships, and grow. But I really want to talk to those who are not married yet and who want to get married and are traveling down that path. And I just want to put some things in our heart and our mind so we just think about it before we jump into one of the most critical decisions that you're going to make in your life. Now, we left off last week. We said we wanted to look at several different angles. And I say angles because every time or anytime you're approaching a relationship or a business deal or academics, there are different angles you can approach it. And it's just like this with marriage. And I feel like if you look at things from multiple angles or from multiple directions, I think if you put them all together, you have what I believe to be a complete picture or puzzle that can help you make a sound decision. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm very discouraged with the amount of divorces that are taking place, not only in the church, but in the world in general, and the separation that seems to be a daily occurrence of marriages that's been together for many years, and they're ending in divorce. And And honestly, I think a lot of people just got into relationships without good counsel. I feel like they stayed in a relationship possibly because they had children. It was financial stability. And all of these are good reasons in a relationship, but they cannot be the reason for a marriage, because eventually things change. And when they change, then what? Were you really in love? Is this a good partner? Was it a good partner? And honestly, it's just so easy just to say, you know what, I'm done. Let me try another direction. And I'm not a fan of it. Okay, I understand it. I'm a realist. I think the church should have classes and counsel in place for those who've gone through separation and divorce, just like they do for people who are dealing with alcoholism or drugs. I think this is a critical part of the church, or an element of the church, in my opinion, in my experience, that does not get addressed when people do unfortunately come across a path of divorce or separation. But we looked at 4 different angles last week, and if you missed last week's podcast, please, right here on the YouTube channel, go to the playlist and stream it so that you can catch the 4 different directions that we're going within this particular podcast. Now, today we want to look at our first angle, and that first angle is, can you make your spouse the priority in your life? Before you get married, you have to understand that getting married requires a sacrifice and an adjustment of your time. Your personal time, your business time, your school time, your hangout time. You know, your time changes because when you add somebody to your life, especially in the capacity of marriage, your time is going to change. If it doesn't, something's wrong. Okay? You can't possibly have the same amount of time that you have when you're single, all to yourself, and add somebody else to your life. There's going to be a shift in your time. So we said the first thing we want to look at is the question, can you make your spouse the priority in your life? Do you have time? Do you plan on making time? And if you plan on making time, when do you plan on doing this? And how do you plan on doing this? Because you can't wait till you're standing at the altar or with the judge or some destination wedding. You can't wait at that moment and say, now we're married, let me find some time to make this work. No. You have to start thinking about, how can I create time in my life for this marriage, for this new relationship? How can I develop or make room? Because 24 hours in a day is what you get. It doesn't matter if you're running a Fortune 500 company, or it doesn't matter if you're getting married, you're adding children. It doesn't matter what you're doing. The 24 hours in a day does not change. So it's not like when you go from your single state and you get married, all of a sudden you get all these extra hours added to your life to add on to your life for extra time for dating and extra time for hanging out and extra time for sex and extra time for vacation. There's no extra time coming. You have to develop a structure of time before you go into this marriage so that you're prepared and understand that your time is now our time. I have my free time, but it's not going to be on the same level that it may have been while you're single. So can you make your spouse priority in your life? So tonight we want to look at, under this, our angle number 1. This is the first angle we're taking. Let's look at 3 questions. 3 questions tonight. All right. The first question we want to look at on making your spouse priority, or can you make your spouse a priority in your life? The first question we want to look at is, who or what currently occupies the majority of your time right now? Okay. What or who currently occupies the majority of your time? If you were to create a pie chart, or pie graph, or bar graph, however you want to create your Excel spreadsheet, and you were to lay out your timeline of 24 hours, and you were to add your life to that timeline, just say on a Monday, what amount of time, or where is the majority of your time being spent? Now, whether you agree with that time or not, the facts are this: whatever you spend the most time doing, that is what is occupying your time. Let's toss out a few examples. First example, social media. Listen, social media can occupy 60% of your day if you're not careful. Especially if you are an influencer or you're multitasking multiple platforms and you're trying to run your multiple videos, your reels and your tweets and etc., etc. All of these things occupy time. What else can occupy your time? School, college, grad school, law school, med school. Maybe I'm saying you're studying abroad. All of these things occupy your time. Work, time. Maybe you have some entrepreneurship adventures that you're working on. Maybe you're currently in a relationship. Maybe your family is occupying your time. Maybe you're taking care of your mom or your dad or your grandma, or maybe you're just spend a lot of time with your family. Who or what currently occupy the majority of your time? Now, looking at that, now ask yourself the question, can you, or are you willing, or are you able to add a spouse to your time frame here, and they become the majority of your invested time? You're looking at your chart here, and out of the course of your day, you say, well, look, I have about 10% of my day that's available outside of the things that are occupying my time. Listen here, my good friends. 10% ain't going to do it. 10% is, you can't add 10% and add a spouse to your life and you only have 10% of time available to invest. Sir, ma'am, you are short. Man, we don't hang out no more. We don't never do anything. We don't go nowhere. 10% is not going to do it. Before you get married, or don't get married rather, if you don't have time, you got multiple streams of income, you in grad school, you're rolling with your social media, you got work, I'm saying you hang out with your family, you don't have time for a marriage. Now you can date, fellowship, hang out, court, whatever term you want to use. But marriage requires more than 5 to 10% of free time. Who or what currently occupies the majority of your time? It's a reality check. That's all. And what I found, the older you get, you get into your 30s and your 40s, and you're still, searching or seeking, you want to get married, your time, you're like, where is my time? It's like you get up, that TikTok you see, it's like you come in, you lay down, your alarm goes off, boop, you back up. That's how it feels sometimes. And you're talking about adding a wife or a husband or children to that time frame? Who is going to be doing maintenance on the marriage? I know. It's tough, man. Because we all want to get married. And hopefully you want to stay married. So who or what currently occupies the majority of your time? You got to be able to answer that question. Second question. How comfortable are you currently? Listen, there is nothing greater than being comfortable in life. With your job, with your career, with your academics, with your finances, with your home, you in the neighborhood you like, you in the city you like. Comfort can be firm footing. Comfort is good, can be good. Okay? Comfort can also be quicksand because you're so comfortable. Well, let's just say sand, because quicksand means you will be sinking. Let's just say sand. Comfort can be sand because you're just stuck. You're stuck. You like the time you wake up in the morning. You like your gym routine. You like the grocery bill that you have. You like the utility bill that you have. You like the place where you live. You like your 1-bedroom or studio or your 5-bedroom if you live by yourself. You like your high-end car, your high-end jewelry, your bags, your clothes, your shoes. You like to have a shoe room and a suit room and a jewelry room. You like all those fancy things, but you're single right now. So all of those things are cool. You got your greenery. You're doing your keto diet, whatever. You're doing all things. You are comfortable in life, but you're talking about considering getting married, but you are real comfortable. Marriage for a man and woman becomes an immediate change in comfort. Boop, 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 boop. Let me say that again. You like that? Boop, 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 boop. Marriage for a man and woman becomes an immediate change in your comfort. Sleep by yourself right now. You get married, don't sleep by yourself no more. Maybe he snores. Maybe she snores. Maybe they don't fall asleep. Maybe they got cold feet. Maybe they sleep in the nude. You don't like sleeping in the nude. These are shrugs here. Shrugs. Marriage for a man and woman becomes an immediate change in comfort. How comfortable are you currently? Don't get married if you're really comfortable right now and you don't want to change. It's cool. Don't feel bad. You say, well, look, Pastor K, I'm trying to have some sex and I want to do it God's way, and I'm trying to do things right. I want to do things right, and I need a husband, I need a wife to do that. Oh, yeah, you do. I'm saying, biblically speaking, you do. No, I'm not advocating sex before marriage. Did I have sex before marriage? Yes. Am I advocating it? No. Is it still a sin? Yes. Does everybody do it? A lot of people do. I'm just going to give you the truth. I've done it. I've asked the Lord for forgiveness. I've gotten married. I've changed. Now I teach people to do what's right, because I believe if you do what's right, God blesses you on a higher level. Okay? Are you comfortable where you are currently? I'm comfortable. I don't recommend getting in no serious relationship leading to marriage, because there's an immediate change in comfort when you get married. Don't get married if the majority of your time can't be shifted to your spouse, or question number two, you're super comfortable in your current state, and right now, keep it in 100, you ain't trying to change. You ain't trying to change. When people come in for counseling, people struggle with their marriage, they're going through things, outside of some of the larger things like infidelity, financial struggles, et cetera, a lot of things that really happen is someone don't want to change. Someone's really comfortable and they don't want to change. Okay? Our third question. Are you willing to learn and change for the benefit of unity? Are you willing to learn and change for the benefit of unity? Marriage is a partnership. It's a business. It's a business deal, but it's a partnership. Yes, love is good. Sex is good. Relationship is good. Good dual income is good. Buying a home is good. Children are good. Cars are good. Good job is good. Yada, yada, yada. Yes, all of that is good. But the purpose and the benefit of it is to create a unity that produces holy children from a Christian perspective, and demonstrates an example of God's love in the earth. So, but in order to do that, you have to be willing to learn some things, change some things to benefit the unity. Some things that have to go away if you want to get married. Some things that have to go away. This is just who I am. Well, that's just who you need to be by yourself. Don't bring your "this is just who I am" to the table and be unwilling to shift. Why I gotta change? Well, you don't. You can stay single. But in order to go from here to here, something has to change. Some personality traits, some character traits, some time management, financial investment, things have to change. Your thinking pattern has to change, because it's no longer just you. You can't come home at 3 o'clock in the morning, you're married. Unless you're coming home with your spouse. What else needs to go away? Just do you, boo. No, there's no do you. It's do us. There's no do you. Do us. If you're married and you talking about just do you, boo, we have a problem, sir, ma'am. There's no do you. It's do us. Are you willing to learn and change for the benefit of unity? What's another thing that needs to go away? I'm good. Men do that all the time. Baby, what's wrong? I'm good. No, you're not good. You're not good. Clearly, you're not good. You're struggling mentally, physically, spiritually. You need therapy. You need counsel. You're not good. I know we've seen the Oscars. I know we've seen Will lash out against the Chris Rock. In my opinion, I'm gonna give this 10 seconds. If really know what it came down to is Will thinks he's good. He's not good. He's not good. Things are going on. Things are going on. All right. Those are our 3 questions tonight. Don't get married if. We looked at our first angle. Our first angle is, can you make your spouse the priority in your life? And we looked at 3 questions with that statement. Who or what is currently occupying the majority of your time? How comfortable are you currently? And are you willing to learn and change for the benefit of unity? Listen, thank you guys for rocking with me tonight on the Faith and Button podcast. I hope that you guys are learning something from the podcast. Just so you know, I set a personal goal with the podcast. I wanted to do 100 episodes before I decide on what direction we want to go. So stay connected. So my final thoughts tonight is, enjoy the weekend. Listen, God has been good. He's been faithful. That was kind of high pitched. God. God has been good. He's been faithful, and He has taken us through this pandemic, and we're not out the woods yet. Okay, and I think more things may come, but I'm not going to be a doom and gloom, a gloom and doom. Okay, but He's been so good to us. He's been so faithful to us, and I just think that we just need to just enjoy the weekend. Put your feet up, chill, sit back. Watch the game, chill, sit on the deck, whatever you like to do for fun. You want to go hang out, walk the beach, whatever. Just do it. Enjoy yourself. Listen, don't forget to tap in with us on Sunday. We stream at 10 o'clock on our YouTube channel. We're still working on Kingdom Thinking, and we actually just shift to Kingdom Love. Kingdom Love. So tap in with us on Sunday. Make sure you visit our website at neveralonecc.org. It's right down here at the bottom. Stay connected. We love you. We got big news coming soon. And we're looking to go into in-person location. We're working on that right now, and I'm hoping and praying and believing that we can get to that position this summer, at least on Sunday. So tap in, stay connected. All right. I love you guys. Talk to you later. Let's go.